हरि ओम श्री सद्गुरु परमात्मने नमः. A devotee asked our beloved and worshipful Gurudev Sri Swami Chidanand Maharaj, why is the process of spiritual evolution so slow? Some people fall after attaining considerable progress. Are the negative forces strong or is the human being weak? Now Gurudev answers, humans are weak. Their mind is outgoing through all the senses. Do not use the plural for negative forces, as that is not our concept. Even Sri Aurobindo has talked about negative forces. In our concept there is only one word, that is Maya. This is also a creation of God. One who takes refuge in the Lord alone can overcome Maya or illusion. So, the natural question asked after this is how to make spiritual progress. Swamiji answers, avoid selfishness, greed, anger, hatred and impure desires. Understand your own welfare. See God in everything, in everyone. See Narayana in all the form of all. Offer all good actions to God. Spiritualize all your activities. Take the support of your Ishta mantra when confronting difficulties. It will help you to control your senses and the mind. Be earnest in your efforts and then success is a certainty. Considering the paradox that how can there be sorrow when bliss alone exists, Guru Maharaj dilates upon this elaborately here. The key to understanding how this paradox seems to exist is to realize that several planes of consciousness simultaneously coexist, and we need to concern ourselves here with the two planes that directly affect us. One is the plane of mental consciousness, in which we are bothered by all the so-called problems of depression, confusion, regret, sorrow, suffering and delusion. The other is our true plane of consciousness, in which we are Siddhosi, Buddhosi, Niranjanosi, Sansar Maya Parivarjitosi, pure intelligence itself, taintless, bereft of this sansar. That is the plane of our Nitya Swarupa, our eternal, real identity, the truth which we are, the reality that we are, an ever free shining center of spirituality, an answer of Paramatma, a part of God. All the Gurus have clearly shown us that this contradiction doesn't exist. It only seems to exist because we are firmly bound in our lower mental, psychological consciousness. Our whole life is lived there. We are only functioning there. We are only awake there. But our intellect has stuffed itself with some Upanishadic tidbits here and there, some little shlokas, Shivoham, Satchidananda Swarupoham, Anandoham, 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 Anandam Brahmanandam. This Anandam fights and quarrels, is resentful, can hold a grudge. All these things this Anandam can do, because these great truths are only stuffed in the mind and intellect, in the chitta, memorized and repeated. The bliss of Brahman is a far cry for us. That plane is never experienced. It is dormant. But a strange delusion is there, a hallucination, thinking, oh yes, I know, I am Brahman, beyond Maya. Being in Maya, we say, I am Brahman, beyond Maya. And so, we think and say, Anandoham, Anandoham. But we are firmly bound in the mental level of consciousness. One is living in mind consciousness and only talking about spiritual consciousness or God consciousness. Out of 1,00,000 sadhakas or spiritual aspirants, 99,999 are living a spiritual life outwardly, but in fact their entire life is lived only on the mental plane, only upon the psychological plane of consciousness. Very rarely does one rise above the psychological plane, because to rise above, it requires immense alertness, immense, intense alertness, which is not cultivated overnight, which doesn't come by just thinking about it, what doesn't come by mere fancy. It comes out of hard spiritual practice, constant manana or reflection with a keen intellect and aware intellect. It's very costly. It has been said that the price one has to pay is eternal vigilance. Intense wakefulness within and an intensity of concentrated thought lead ultimately to a peak point where we leave thought behind. It's an outcome of diligently pursued sadhana done with great intensity and with immense earnestness. One can sentimentalize over it. One can emotionally try to feel oneself to be almost in it. But these are still within the psychological plane only, the mental level of consciousness only. Therefore, there is no contradiction. All our sorrows, grief, problems, neurosis, confusion, depression and dejection are all being experienced because of this simple fact that while the luminous spiritual plane of consciousness does exist, we are not existing in it. We are very much existing in our own state, which is pertaining to the mundane world. The problem exists in us because we exist in the mind. We do not exist in our real, eternal, spiritual level of consciousness. If we want to get a little glimpse of how this is possible, we can read books like Stories from the Yoga Vasishtha and the scripture called Tripura Rahasya. Hari Om. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat.